Netflix, Hulu, Max, YouTube, plus 80 apps on your phone. And you're still scrolling, still looking for something, because you're bored. But here's a weird question. What did ancient humans do? Like, really ancient. Not the Romans or Greeks. Way further back. 300,000 years ago. No language yet. No art, no music, no fire even. Just humans in the dark. Sitting there with nothing. Absolutely nothing to do. Sounds awful, doesn't it? But here's the twist. Boredom didn't break them. Boredom actually built them. Stick with me here. I promise this gets good. Like, really good. So first, let me ask you, did boredom even exist back then? I mean, seriously, did it? For years, scientists said no. They thought everyone was too busy, hunting all day long, finding water, running from predators. No time to get bored. That made perfect sense, right? Until someone actually looked. In 1979, a guy named Richard Lee. He lived with the Sand People, deep in the Kalahari Desert, one of the last hunter-gatherer groups. And what he found shocked everyone. Ready for this number? The average adult worked 15 hours. 15 hours per week. Not per day, per week. The other 153 hours? They sat around doing nothing. They talked, they rested, they stared. Lee called them the original affluent society. Not because they had stuff, because they had free time. Way more than you have. Seriously, way more. So yeah, boredom was real. It wasn't rare at all. It was the normal state of being human. Okay, so what did they do? With all that empty time, let's start with something weird. In 2010, archaeologists found a rock at Pinnacle Point in South Africa. Just a small piece of ochre. Nothing special at first glance. But this rock had lines on it. A crosshatch pattern carved into it. Deliberate, geometric, completely useless. That rock is 100,000 years old. Let that sink in for a second. 100,000 years ago, someone sat down with a sharp stone, had absolutely nothing better to do, and just started drawing lines. No reason, no purpose, no survival benefit. Just boredom, pure and simple. That's the oldest abstract design ever made. Art wasn't born from necessity. Art was born from a free afternoon. Pretty crazy, right? But wait, there's way more. In 1995, a team found something insane. A cave bear bone in Slovenia, 43,000 years old. And here's the crazy part. The bone had 4 perfect holes, spaced exactly like a flute. Scientists tested it for years. They argued, they debated, they fought. Eventually, everyone agreed. It was a musical instrument. Someone, 43,000 years ago, before farming, before cities, before gods, sat in a cave with a dead bear leg, got bored out of their mind, and invented music right there. Not because they had to survive, because they had an afternoon, and a bone, just a bone in time. Now here's what your brain does. You know that chill from a good song? That's not magic or mystery. That's pattern recognition, plain and simple. A neuroscientist named Jonathan Smallwood. In 2016, he put people in MRI machines and made them do absolutely nothing. Just stare at a blank screen. Here's what he discovered. When you're bored, your brain lights up. Not shuts down. Lights up. The default mode network turns on. That's the part that connects memories. That imagines the future. That creates ideas from nowhere. Smallwood calls it the creative engine. And it only runs when you're idle. So every time you grab your phone, you're turning off that engine. Think about that for real. The person who made that flute, they had no choice but to be bored. That's why they invented music. What are you inventing while scrolling TikTok? Ouch. Yeah, that stings. Let me ask you something personal. When's the last time you just sat? No phone, no podcast, no background noise. Just you and your wandering thoughts. Be honest with yourself. Most of you can't remember, and that's not even your fault. We've been trained to fill every silence. But ancient humans didn't have that problem. They leaned into the empty space. And that emptiness gave them imagination. Here's why this really matters. You can't be bored without understanding time. To feel bored, you need to know. This moment is lasting too long. Something else could be happening. The future exists and could be better. Boredom proves you can imagine things. Things that aren't real yet. Animals don't get bored like us. A dog waiting isn't bored. It's just waiting, that's all. But a human in a cave? Staring at a fire with nothing? They started asking big questions. What if tomorrow's hunt fails? What's making that noise outside? Where do we go when we die? Every religion started with boredom. Every philosophy, every science question. Someone had too much time, and a mind that wandered. But there's one more thing. This one might blow your mind. They talked. Yeah, just talked. Not about hunting or food. They gossiped about each other. A linguist named Daniel Everett studied the Piraha people in the Amazon. No writing, no numbers, but endless stories. He found that 65% of conversation is social gossip. Who did what? Who said what to whom? Sounds like a waste, right? Wrong. Language evolved for bonding, not for hunting, for bonding. Gossip built trust without touching. Language was born from boredom, around a fire with nothing else. Boredom invented gossip. Gossip invented society. So here's my challenge to you. Today, put your phone in another room. Just 10 minutes. Sit alone. Let your mind wander. See what comes up. Then comment below what happened. I'll read every single comment. Subscribe if you want more. Trust me, you're more interesting than your phone.